Hello? Oh my god. Every time Windows updates, it unhooks my mic. Every time. And I forgot to check this time. Oh my goodness. Tragic. Well, as I was saying, Q is not here today. So, we're gonna do some dungeons that we missed before. Um, Going back through, there's a couple of ARR ones that I missed, and a couple Heavensward ones that we still need to do. So that's what we're going to do today, and we'll probably still hit a little bit of story. But 3.3 is long, so. But congratulations to you, Sprightly. You're cruising right along through that game. Let's see. Arrow series. So it might take us too long to actually find a dungeon on DPS, but I would prefer to do it on DPS. So while we wait for this Q, I know Q's not here with us today. I don't know if she'll show up later, so I'm kind of just buying us a little bit of time. Oh man, I also don't remember where my red mage trainer is. But let me also grab. Okay, so we need Lost City of Ampador, which is one night in Ampador, which is in Old Gridania? Okay, Old Gridania it is. Old Gridania. So who has it? Oh, the Conjurers Guild. Interesting. So the two dungeons I haven't done suck, which is why they haven't been done yet. If I remember the Lost City of Ampador correctly, we will probably die. Brother E. Sumiyan would like a word on behalf of a most illustrious client. It is well that you are here, Kali. An ancient darkness has arisen in these woods, and we shall need all your arts to counter it. I speak to you in the name of 3 seed seers. The eldest, Kane Senna, you will already know as the guardian of our fair land. 2 siblings has she. It is the younger of this pair, Arun Senna, who hears the voice of the elementals with the greatest clarity, and was he who heard lately is troubling indeed. These dark stirrings we have traced to the lost city of Ampador in the South Shroud. The city once throve in the fullness of magic during the 5th Astral Era, but it was sealed in the wake of its demise. Alas, the 12's one has been out of balance since the calamity. So riotous has its aspect become that the seal was severely weakened. When this happened, the forest surrounding the city began to wither and die. We would enjoin you to investigate the cause. Now, I must confess that this task for the Twin Adder normally, but you are the heir to Master Etoa's legacy, and the Seed Seers were unanimous in the belief that no one is better suited to the undertaking. Will you not assist? It is well that you assent, for the need is great. Go now, Seed Seer, Rhea Osena at Camp Tranquil, and listen well to what she says of her brother's divination. Tranquil. Are you enjoying the game so far, though, Sprightly? Doing scholar stuff? I didn't need to fly. It does. I believe dungeon mechanics really do start to pick up around the what's it called? Keeper of the Lake. Yeah, that probably is a thing too. Things remain things like bosses, unfortunately. So when you fight the primals and stuff, remain fairly easy because of level synced 80s. But dungeon mechanics start to get spicy within the ARR patches. Oh, the lost, that's the Stone Vigil Dragon. Oh, no, the green one with the poison in Brayflick's long stop. I see. Yeah, all the poisons and everything. Ah, a white mage after my own heart. Come to help to get to the bottom of this noisome business. Eh? Brother Sumiyan hasn't told you as much, has he? Discretion is the better part of his valor. Well, aside from Ampador Keep, the city is all that remains of an advanced magical civilization from the 5th astral era. No records survive of how the city met its end, but the elementals tell us all was undone by the Great One's calls, an unclean presence. I fear what my brother senses is that very thing. Its satedness drained away after so many centuries. If it hungers for another city to slack its thirst on, I'll take it from here, sister. Manners, Arun, we've spoken of this. Akali, you've met my younger brother, Arun Zena. You will have to excuse him, firstborn lout that he is at times. My apologies for the urgent summons, Akali, but the darkness that stirs in Ampador behind the barrier waits not for our convenience. Something has kindled there, and daily it grows. And how distraught the elementals are, I've not seen the like of it. They show me what feels like awakening and nightmares. I fear this calls for more prosaic sensing than that of my rare gifts. Some disaster slouches towards us. Might you discover the source of these dark visions and nip it in the bud? You are our best hope, Akali. Surely you can find the will to journey to Ampador. You shall find a wood whaler by the name of Elfin, keeping vigil at the barrier. And don't worry about returning here to tell us of your findings. The elementals will doubtless keep us appraised. But enough talk, and good luck, Akali. The Seedseers have sent word of your coming. You are bold indeed to willingly glimpse into the darkness. The lost city festers more and more by the day, and then they say you're that you're the Lance the Boil, eh? Beyond this gate lies a land out of balance, its earth aspects sapped by the calamity. You had best be prepared before proceeding further. Rotten, wrong, that's what you'll see. Creatures run mad, tormented by hooked burrs that clutch and burrow. Well, good luck with that. No doubt you'll prevail, being favored by the Seedseers and all. Fight well. Okay. Good, excellent. I think it is faster if I just queue as healer, which is a shame. Because I was trying not to overlevel my healer. But it will be faster. Let me pull myself out of this queue. Also, healing requires much more responsibility. Pharaoh Sirius and the lost city of Ampador. And let me double check. I have the Copperbell Mines and the Manor, Hata Holly, Brave Slocks, Oathbreaker Isle, Damnatara Deepcroft, Stone Vigil Hard, Snowcloak, Sastasha, Sunken Temple, Keeper. Okay, so that would be all the ARR ones then. Well, except Cutter's Cry, but we're not going to do Cutter's Cry. Not for a bit. Not when I have the mental fortitude. And then it's all Heaven's Word from here. Okay. Most excellent. Let's get those under the... See? Fantastic. Instant. They've done a lot to make it faster. Well, that might be true too. They cut a lot of the fat on it. And they made the patches of it. They cut 100 quests out of the patches. So. Why are people dying? I love the music in Pharaoh's series so much. Because you're here to fight the siren. So it's like she's singing at the top of the tower. And it's so very good. It is indeed pretty good. So piety, I believe it's piety that... is the MP region. Is this dude? This dude's gonna... Depending on how things go, this dude might wipe us. If this is the same dude that I'm thinking of. Kill the ads or we die. Yeah, it is this dude. Yeah, white mages also are like notoriously good at they just have a lot of MP regen. Like I have something specifically, so lucid dreaming restores MP, and I also have this ability called Thin Air, which stops for I believe 12 seconds. Yeah, 12 seconds. Any of my spells don't cost MP. So you pop Lucid Dreaming, and then you pop... I can't use Thin Air because it's not an ability for this level. So I pop Lucid Dreaming, and then I pop, oh, fuck. I need the tank to live no matter what. I pop, thin air, and then I have 12 seconds of just pure MP, like hyperactive MP regain. And no other class has that. And I would say that White Mage needs it the least. I don't know what Scholar's MP use is like. I know you use a lot of I think early on it's rough, but eventually you'll have a lot of instacasts that are very. So you have your little ether bar. Yeah, and then a lot of your abilities are based on like very. So you'll have your little ether bars. I believe Scholars get 3 of them, and then your fairy also has like a counter, and so I guess I would call it fairy resources, or a lot of like extra free heals too. So at some point, unless things are very, very bad and you need to just keep casting Succor like a crazy person, you shouldn't be needing a lot of your MP. And when they're kind of like, they're like free heals. It's kind of like the White Mage and the Lily. We need. No, it's not the button I wanted, but it is the button I used. Christ. What is it? Don't touch eggs. No, don't touch the eggs or we die. You make good points, Brittany. Oh, fuck it. Just spank and pank this boy. She's back. I'm here to stop her once and for all. Siren Song will gradually affect you, eating your mind. Must be at maximum HP when the ends. All that bullshit ends. Understood. That's not. Okay. Excellent. that is the dungeon can go very bad, very early. Tank left. Yeah, you can have all of that garbage. Congratulations. Okay, so now we have to do... we're gonna get the Lost City of Ampador going. It goes now. I didn't think these queues would be so fast. Oh, yeah. It shouldn't have been too bad a queue for healer, but it's miserable on DPS. The tank doesn't know. He's like, I don't know what to do in here, and I was like, I'm only pretending to be new. I can help us. They've actually made this a lot harder because the final boss is like, it's a bit of a memory game. So what I would used to do for the boss is that, so he has all these doors with different symbols on them, and he starts to do a really powerful attack, and what you do is you open 2 of the same symbol doors, but the symbols go away at the beginning of the fight. So you see them for like the first 5 seconds or so in the fight, and then they vanish. So you have to remember what symbols were what on what doors, and they're in like this big ass circle. And then you open 2 of the same symbol door from memory, and you're safe from this really big devastating attack that happens. So what I would used to do when the fight was starting and I would see all the symbols is I would put markers down, and I'd be like, you know, A and 1, the red color markers are this door, the blue colored markers are this door, and so... But the problem is, you can no longer put markers down in a fight. As if the fight has already started, you cannot put markers down anymore. Why? Because people were assholes and would swap markers in different fights mid-fight and get people wiped on purpose. So they changed it so that you can't do the marker stuff anymore. So I actually haven't done this one since the marker change. I actually don't know how to do it. Yeah, no, you can't do it mid-fight. If you know the fight and you can, like, preemptively set them up, that's fine, but, like, you can't put them on mid-fight anymore. You can put these 1, 2, 3, 4s, you can put those on mid-fight. You can't put the ABCD 1, 2, 3, 4. And on one hand, that's good, because it stopped a lot of, like, trolling. On the other hand, it's made some things more difficult, like if you're trying to explain a fight first time for people, I'm like, oh hey, I need you to go over here. So, double-edged sword, to be sure. It's definitely... I will say, as someone who does a lot of, like, the endgame high-end content, it is nice to have people not fucking with your markers once the fight started. Because there's, like... Every Savage fight needs markers. You just... Well, not... It's definitely helpful. And if you're pugging and you have people that you can't communicate with, it's very nice to have markers so everyone's on the same page. But if your markers are different from the way that somebody else has them, then you have the big the big marker, like, no, I want these markers set up like this. No, we set up our markers like this. And then you have the early game fight. So it stops the swapping in between the fight, technically. Things suddenly getting changed mid-pull. Kill the Tommy when he eats someone or they die. Yeah, so the big one was in the first fight, E9S is what we called it. It was the very first fight of the tier. People like to have their markers set up north, south, east, west. Oh no, people like to have their markers set up to know where to place they call it the brambles. So you had to put your brambles in a very special spot that wasn't north, south, east, west. It was like, it was very obscure in the corners, and everyone had to do it. Everyone had to do it just right, or people would die. And so we didn't need our markers that way because we knew exactly where to put. My group that I was in, we didn't need our markers to be. We didn't need to put them where the. That's a little uncertain. We didn't need to put them where we were supposed to place them. We already knew just by looking at, like, the battlefield. So instead, we put more helpful markers, north, south, east, west, so we would know where to run for different mechanics instead of this one, like, fairly easy mechanic. And people would lose their minds about it, because they wouldn't know where to put their marker. And it's like, it's like this, dude. And, like, they would, like, drop or leave before we could even pull because they didn't like the north, south, east markers, which are far more helpful than this is where you put your brambles this one time. Oh, it was maddening how people would get up in arms about it. Because it's very easy in this game, especially with, like, circular arenas with no, like, distinctive backgrounds, to get incredibly turned around and lose sight of where north and south are, which is, like, it's way more helpful to know always where north is than where you need to put your bramble this one time. And if you know where north, south, east, west is, you can figure out where to put your bramble. Yeah. I got interrupted. That summoner melted to poison. 2 poison stacks did 700 of his health. Oh, he only has 3,000 health. Oh. Oh. I think some of your gear is broken. Cash it. That's what... I couldn't understand why they died so fast. So why did it do... Hold on, let me look at this. Let me look at this. Basic summoner. Yeah, their gear must be busted. They have less than 4,000 HP. I was trying to explain fight, but that's not gonna happen. I think I'm mixing up 2 fights. Oh. It's fine. No one needs to know I was wrong. He might be. The Diablos one, the last fight you have good reason to have terrible memories of. But yeah, it looks like the summoners in their base summoner gear, which is okay. I think some of it's just very broken. Because you can wear this for a bit. It's better than any gear that they're gonna get in here. So it has to be broken. I'm guaranteeing it. So it's, yeah, 70. I think the gear you get is 90. Your class gear. Why are you dying? Yeah, Diablos is tough. I was actually just talking about it. Now that they've changed how markers works, no, they can't door. What I used to do when the fight first started was I would throw down markers at matching colored doors. So, but you have to do it at the beginning because you only see the symbols at the beginning of the fight. But they've changed it so you can't throw markers down anymore mid-fight. So I'm actually like, I don't know how to do this anymore. Because you had to remember where the symbols were. So we will probably die. It's Shadowbringers. So actually, I haven't been here in a hot minute. Yeah, that was one of the big Shadowbringers changes. I'm just gonna heal this dude. Because he is taking a lot of damage. an absurd amount of damage, I would say. I'm also taking an absurd amount of damage. I would like to stop taking it. Hollow ground? Ugh. But no worries. Things are also not dying super fast because I assume that the summoner is not doing any damage with the broken gear. Shit happens, and then you die. It all good. Depends if they have crafters leveled, which they do not. So you can only fix it if you have crafters of that level. Or I think they've changed it. You only need one crafter. I think. Can't remember. On my main, I have all my crafters at 80, and life is very, very good. Dude, why are you taking so much damage? I had to blow it immediately. Should things get dicey with Diablos? Oh, base paladin. No, Ironworks? Valor. Okay. It's not terrible. You know one craft, and it is the craft of wood. So... yeah, so at the beginning of the fight, he spawns doors with patterns on them. Or with symbols on them. You have to remember so that when he spawns his big AoE, we can open 2 of the same door and not die. We are going to actually die, though. You can survive it if you fuck up the door. The summoner will not. I'm going to remember Goo-Goos. Okay, good. That's a good idea. I'll stand by this other Goo-Goo door. It'll be a choice. Don't hit me, sir. Well, I've really winged this for everybody. I know what I did. I fucked this up, but that's okay. Nope, not that one. It's this one. I'm going to murder. Please don't touch. Please don't touch. Please don't touch. It's no big deal. I sleep. Samurai is only one northwest. So let's go. We will not survive another ruminous. Well, that much I do know. Okay, this one? No, that's not. It's not. It's not. It's. Oh my god. I will tell them. Okay. I have a plan. When we die, that will help. Positioning the boss on top of the door will help. Okay. Okay. So, when we start, pick a door to stand by. As the door will open, I'll open the other door of that symbol. Don't just open random doors. So someone open the door you're taking. I'll open the door. I thought you could open any two doors. You can open any door set so long as it's a set. I'm guarantee that's how it worked. There's no other way that they would make you open some random ass door set. So, pick the door, I'll stand by the other. Yeah, dirty. Oh, I know what I can do. So where are we standing? He's not picking one. Oh god, he didn't pick a door. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. 1 and 2. I pick doors. He didn't fucking stand by a door! I don't know what's not picking one. I can't believe he didn't fucking pick a door. I've marked them, people. I'm gonna fucking absolutely lose it. I could not. Fucking Christ. I could not. I cannot make that any clearer. You do your best, Melissa. Don't know where Gabu is. Not gonna pretend I know. Oh shit! I did it. Yeah. I'm being a menace with the balls, but such is life. If someone LBs, preferably the samurai, yeah. Christ. Well, you're not dead, so no. Oh my god. It's fine. I will. I'm leaving. I have nothing more to say. Good gracious. Every day, I suffer. Not you. Oh, do I have to go back? Oh no, I just had to complete it, and no one gives me a reward or pats me on the back. Fine. Thank you, Final Fantasy. Same with the... Same with Siren Song, huh? I thought there was an end quest where she's like, well, now I've avenged my father. Thank you. But no. Alright, to Heaven's Ward questing we go. I think I can actually just queue for that. I think. I cannot. God dang it. Oh, I walked off my mount. Yes, that is how we do. There's only a few of these we have to do. Double check. Let's see. Do new binder. I'm done. Yes, I haven't done any of the side ones for this place. Never read Fractal Continuum. Saint Morganize. Ferris Hard. Anti-Tower. Lost City of Ambador Hard. Sorkale. Hullbreaker Isle Hard. Alright, we'll do some of those. We'll do at least the Arbitorium. Because I don't think I'm well, I am actually geared enough to do all of them. I should not be in minimum gear to do them though. Tonuvanu waits for Netherling Warrior, and Netherling Warrior comes. Netherling braves Never Reap to retrieve the Walking Scale for Zundu. Tono's heart flutters in the gentle winds of Netherling's kindness. Neverreap is a sacred land to the Vanu Vanu, but Vundu come with their wicked ways and transform Neverreap into a tempest of terrors. Watch your tail feathers, Netherling. I don't know if my pieces of gear is noticeably low. No, it's fine. It's not broken, and that's what matters. I welcome you to Netherreap, brave Netherling. Take thunder eggs in hand, place thunder eggs on altar of clouds, and winds unscurl and scare you deep into Netherreap. But be warned, for there are greater dangers that await. Oh. Yeah, too close. No, we're clearing up the home of the, or we're clearing up a sacred place for the Owl Boys. I had a moment where I thought I wasn't gonna make it. I dipped so low. There are bad Owl Boys, but we are helping the good. We are helping the good Owl Boys. I pulled aggro from the tank? Don't go so far. Boing. I think he just may have to kill those. I think the next boss is the one that has like the tiki heads. I wasn't even that close to those boys. Wasn't it? It's more trash. Hello. It's a good dungeon. You should have seen my lost city of yeah, well the tornadoes are back. You should have seen my lost city of Amphodor run with our good friend Diablos. Remove tokens from magic circles. Oh! Thank you for the follow! Oh, I wasn't paying attention. And already the bean tax. I have some people here that don't pay any bean tax at all. I appreciate it. Beans need to go back into the bean economy. Da da da, da da da. Do do do. So this boss is a mechanic. Yep. So this boss is a mechanic where he can knock you off the edge. And Heaven's Ward loves knocking people off the edge and you being unable to res. That's just their thing. So if people get thrown off the edge in this dungeon, I do not believe they will be rezzed, or can be rezzed. Not because I don't want to, I would love to have them here. Simply because they cannot be. I canceled my own heal. I didn't even see it there. That's not fair. I thought that red mage was gone. No. Freaking tornadoes, dude. Oh. Toss these right in the trash. Move that to the mouse. I got all 3 accommodations! Do I have to? I do have to go back and talk to them. I will do myself a favor and just chalk over 120 bucks. So I don't have to fly across this miserable land. Do. I have returned victorious. Netherling wears the triumphant look of one who weathers the storm. You returned from Netherreap with the walk-on scale, yes? This son who knows. And apparently I got a scale while I was out there. Netherling bears the scale, and it is a mighty one indeed. Fashion a mask from this. The Zunder Chief will command the authority of a furious storm of lightning. This is not all the Netherling accomplishes, no. Netherling chases the cruel Vendu from the Netherreap, returns Helicon winds to our secret land. We Zundu are not like our cruel Vendu brothers. Gentle like a spring breeze, we welcome Netherlings with open wings. Sanu's heart is warmed by the gentle sunlight of your friendship. Promise us that you will remain a friend to the Zundu for many seasons to come. Hella. Okay, so we've done that one. There's only a couple more I want to do before we hit the story. Oh, Fractal Continuum. Fractal Saint. Yes, okay. Where do we get Fractal? Fractal is in the pillars. Of course it is. Everything is in the pillars. Okay. Do it for Gilly. I think does the Fractal have a lot of lore? We'll have to complete it and then run around. Oh, Hildebrand quest. Not today. Machinist. Oh, Pillars is upstairs. Downstairs? No, it's upstairs. You know there's no Hildebrand today. It has to be after the patches. Here's my main story quest. Hello, hello? Is that it? Yep, there it is. Where? I'll always give you plenty of warning when you're doing Hildebrand. I know how you feel about that, man. Oh, hell yeah. Nodal Chomp has a message for you from an old friend. Ah, Akali, I was looking for you, or rather your friend Wedge was. Left a most puzzling message he did, with instructions to convey it to you to verbatim. He requests your presence at the Chemical Research Facility, and as his law, for a project of utmost secrecy. Sounds like nonsense to my ears, but he assured me that you would grasp his intent. Well, that is the message, and now I've delivered it. Does it play his theme song? When it's time? I didn't realize you and the Queen were so close lately. I'm very jealous. Hello, hello. No, you're too sweet. Too sweet, I say. Oh, there you are, Akali. I've been waiting for you, and so has an old friend of ours. You remember Gilly, don't you? I was feeling awfully lonely without her, so I snuck out the back door when the chief wasn't looking. And look at her now. Systems down, no power to utter even a single blip. Doesn't it just break your heart, Akali? Left alone in this wasteland for thousands of years just waiting for someone to help, and as soon as she's done her duty, clunk! Tossed to the side like a rusty old suit of armor. Well, I won't stand for it. We won't stand for it. I'm going to bring Gilly back to life, and you're going to help me. At first, I had a mind to fix her up myself, but I fear she's proven beyond my abilities to repair her. That's when I hit upon it. If we found a new body for Gilly, we could transfer her personality and memories right into it. It'd be like she'd never left. I know what you're thinking. And just where are we going to find this new body, Wedge? I've got 3 words for you. The Fractal Continuum. It's an old warship that's been converted into a museum of Alagon technology. If there's any place we can find a new body for Gilly, it'll be there. And it's just a short trip away by Master Conduit 6-7 to boot. You'll go, won't you? For Gilly's sake? Oh, is this the fractal? No, I know what that is. Okay. Do I know what that is? Who can say, actually? Oh, I do. Transport is available from this location to the Fractal Continuum, the greatest storehouse of technological marvels in all of Alog. Blip blip, the Fractal Continuum is temporarily closed to tourists. Access is limited to those with level 3 security clearance or higher. Unauthorized visitors will be removed via the Continuum's anti-intruder defense system. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy your visit. Oh, no problem. I'm just doing side quest stuff. But yeah. If you don't get spoiled, you can always watch VODs later. I hope you enjoy the game where you are at. So you take care, and thank you for stopping by. I have unlocked it, so we shall just go. I am on Aether. I'm on the Aether data center in Midgard Sormer. So, absolutely, if you are in the neighborhood, come stop by. I believe we can still visit each other. Has World Transfer, if it hasn't happened already, is happening very soon. So we will eventually be able to give each other a fist bump. Yes, eventually. No worries, no worries. But you haven't seen any main story spoodles at all. I'm just doing side quest, like patch side quests and whatnot. So you are still good. Just seen me talk to robots. Yeah, there's a lot of little things in here that I know I'm not going to get the chance to read. So, once we complete the once we complete the dungeon, I will, Yeah! I'm excited for the benchmark. Ooh, excellent! I didn't get a chance to watch the live letter, so I gotta do that. I missed it. I was playing Pokemon. I got distracted. Can we read this? I do want to read. Yes! Exhibit 1. Technology in Daily Life. This exhibit showcases the various scientific advances that allow Allegons to live lives of heterophore, unheard of ease and efficiency. I will bring you flowers. So everything in here is a housing item. Well, there's only two housing items it looks like. It's the Allegon tables and the Allegon chairs, because this is a museum dedicated to how efficient their lives are with these little chairs and fancy tables. Exhibit 2, Technology and War. See the myriad levels of Allegon military technology that have replaced flesh and blood soldiers, ensuring no Allegon citizen need ever lay down their life in battle. So all the soldiers, we missed it, came out of the little containment and started swinging. You can see some of the other ones are still in there. The clockwork soldiers. All sorts of robots. Exhibit 3, the Phantom Ray. Feast your eyes on this massive yet elegant automaton designed to monitor and, if necessary, dispatch potentially violent chimeral constructs. So here he is. It's the boy. The Fenn. Eight hours. Exhibit 7, a fourth generation the Shabati, the fourth generation construct and one of the first to effectively employ cloning technology with high intelligence and regenerative capacity. Its development was hailed as a major breakthrough. Woof! I couldn't read because I was just trying to keep an eye on the tank so we didn't die while I'm reading info cards. And so my words got all befuddled. I don't want to spoil anything. Exhibit 11, the Icosalon, a highly intelligent construct employed by Alagon engineers to perform maintenance tasks. Notable flaws include a weakness against the elements and certain genetic instabilities. So the Ixal, these are the Ixal, which is a beast tribe here in Eorzea. They were made by Alagons. Yeah, it's very good. The music in Azisla really is quite good. But yeah, that's what that information told us. That the Ixali were man-made by Alagons, which is pretty hecked up. Ram means out! Ram means out! Oh, someone interrupted it. Ooh. Well, that was just lucky that I happened to be there, because God knows I wasn't paying attention. It's dying. It's always dying. Don't hit me. So you have to release a thing so that it's stuck, because that one attack, well, I don't know if it'll one-shot everybody anymore. It'll one-shot me, but it used to kill everybody. So you have to release something in these containers to distract it, and then it will start. It'll fight that instead of doing the one-shot killing attack. These are the snake ladies we've run into a couple of times. They are also man-made by Elegons. Let me grab my yeah. Yes, I know. You're dying, headset. You don't have to beep at me like that. I am well aware. Thank you for putting beans back in the bean economy. Boy. Much appreciated. Oh, I'm so glad I was able to read everything as we were going. I didn't have to spend some time going back. See, I have to destroy them because they'll go across the arena. Oh, I have a bomb inside me. Can I get rid of that? I can. I can just assume bombs out of me. And they'll just. I don't think they destroy the platforms, but they create giant AoEs, and that gets complicated out here. Another bomb. Those are mines that will explode if they're stepped on. Oh no, there's a mine there, dude. You have a bomb inside you. I will fix that. What is in here? 6 things. I have a 160 isn't very good. So we shall be. We'll take that for my Dark Knight. What does that look like? I guess I want to take it all. No worries. I don't even think I got the Dark Knight thing, the one thing I wanted. Okay. Back to Wedge. It's all the way up here. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll do this last one, and then we'll do our Red Mage quest, and we'll just do story tomorrow, because Q should definitely be there for that. You're back, Akali! Oh, do tell me you've brought me a new Nakali. Why, that's a functioning Nakal if I ever saw one. This'll do the trick, I'm sure of it. Auto-detecting newly installed Nakal. Nakal detected. Reinitializing system settings. Initialization complete. Welcome to Azazla, Master Wedge and Mistress Akali. Gilly, could it truly be you? The very same, Master Wedge, and running at optimal efficiency thanks to my first full body overhaul in approximately 5 millennia. You really are too kind. Ah, now that's my sweet little girl. Why, after all you did for us, it was the least we could do. I've got a favor to ask of you, Akali. This might sound silly, but I want you to take Gilly with you on your adventures. I want her to see that there's more to our world than this etheric waste that she calls home for thousands of years. Yes, I'd say our little girl's done enough guidance. From this day forward, she's an accompaniment node, and with you, she's going to go where no node has gone before. Come along, Gilly. Now we need to go, I believe, to Idleshire. But first, I need to spend Poetics. Because I am capped, and I am losing out on precious. I hope I haven't been missing out too much. Oh, I have. Oh no! Okay, we'll fix it. Laser class. Have the 60. Or 2 accessories. We don't need earrings. Is it Pathfinder, right? Yes. Yes, Pathfinder. But you would probably also have to wear the... Okay, what's this one? Yeah, probably. Yeah, because this one's aiming, and ninja usually shares with aiming. Got it, got it, got it, got it. 2 points. Fantastic. Now we're not overcapped. We have to talk to Moon. Or Midnight Dew, that's right. Yellow Moon is an older. Let me Google that for you. Oh no. Not that one. You don't have Ambador? Or you don't have the... Wait a seckie. Maybe it's this one. Is it you? No. Is it you, sir? Who's got that quest? Who's got it? Who's got it? An overgrown ambition. Oh, out here in the hinterlands? Really? Alright, into the hinterlands then. Hinterlands it is. Blue ones are always... Yeah, if it unlocks a dungeon, it's always going to be blue. Blues are always going to be Beast Tribe quests, unlocking a job. Like, job unlocks Hildebrand are blue. And that's this one. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, if you're looking for dungeons to unlock and stuff, they're usually going to be blue. A lot of times they're other things, they're like game mechanic. They're always kind of game mechanic-y. For whatever reason, Hildebrand is blue. Even though he tends to... His whole storyline unlocks dungeons as well, which is why they're blue. Well, not dungeons, but trials and stuff, which I believe is why his entire quest line is blue, despite not always unlocking things like that. Yeah, so. The Tetchy treasure hunter has the look of a woman who has seen rather too many mortals. What? There's one behind me, isn't there? No? Thank the gods, I've done enough running for one day. Those goddamn beasts came out of nowhere. It's a wonder we made it out alive. But we can't just leave the treasure there. You look like the sort that's used to risking life and limb. Might be as you could help clear a way through those seedkin that damn near made a meal of us. We'd see that it was worth your while, of course. If you're interested, let my friend Sonny know. He should be somewhere near the entrance of St. Monkanine's Abatorium. Well, I reckon it's safe to go back to Idleshire and look for a few more hands. We'll need as much help as we can get. Hope to see you at the Arbitorium. Ooh. Arbitorium is very good. It's very, very pretty. You here to help with the seedkin infestation? The arboretum? Thank the gods we've not the numbers to venture into there ourselves. They used to research plant life from every corner of the realm here, you know. Of course, with no one to look after it, it's gotten a bit overgrown. Usually places like this are more trouble than they're worth, but if the parchments we found are anything to go by, there's something in these ruins that could benefit everyone in Idleshire for generations to come. A proper priceless treasures. And it goes without saying that a site as old as this is sure to be stuffed with all sorts of precious relics, which is why you'd be welcome to keep. Which would be welcome to keep if you help beat a path for us. We'll follow behind you once it's safe and see if we can't find what we're looking for. My earring is breaking, but it is fine. No problem. Ooh, big 80. Oh, what? That must have been a misclick. So they've been using their tomahawk. You shouldn't spin this. This time they will spin. This thing will also spin. Oh, it doesn't matter. Da-da-da-da-da. Such small pulls. Not used to it. So what you normally do in this part, you probably won't because this tank is really very diligent about his small pulls, but once you break open this wall, you run all the way through this honeycomb, all the way to the end, and then you break down the wall and you leave behind all the bees. Because they can't follow you into the next area. Gosh, why can't Hugh and I get these very patient DPS that aren't running ahead and pulling everything? Everyone's being so chill. Yeah, I'm familiar with the entirety. I usually have my my moderator Q, who is just starting off, so we usually play together. She is MIA today, so I'm just doing side questy things and getting some classes leveled up so that we can see some good bonus story once we do hit Shadowbringers. So I'm super jazzed for Endwalker. Yeah, I made an all for streaming purposes, because a lot of people that watch, like Zath and Sprightly, were not familiar with the story, so it seemed kind of like, not just to randomly start playing the patches, so I was like, well, I'll go over it for everyone, I'll have the VODs up. And, it's a good refresher anyway for, Endwalker, since it will be the end of, this current storyline that we have, so it seemed like a good thing to do. And I started once Endwalker got officially announced for the release date. And I haven't touched things like Heavensward and Stormblood since I first played them, so I am in dire need of a refresher anyway. And even Shadowbringers was 2 years ago. Ooh. I know, forever chasing the high. That was the Shadowbringers ending. I've really, like, never experienced anything like it. Oh, yeah. It's good. It's a good setup, I don't think anything has ever been as good as, like... So the end of ARR, the last ARR patch, was so good. And the getting into Ishgard, I think that's still been my favorite, like, from patch to patch. The last Heavensward patch isn't bad either. But man, nothing really hits as hard as that whole series of events. But, it was good. I enjoyed it. Shadowbringers is definitely the best expansion by far. Just as far as like story goes, like hands down. Heavensward is really good as well, but I know Heavensward was terribly rushed in a lot of places. I like what there is a lot. Shadowbringers just hits. It hits in a good way. Yeah, you can see a lot of things have been cleaned up just from dungeons and whatnot, so. I think it was good though. I think Heaven's Work was good in the fact that like, so we didn't have any of the Scions saved from like Elvino, but Elvino and Alize are recent ARR things. They are. Yeah, so like removing all the Scions from the equation and sort of kind of like carving out a path, I think was huge. Not having to contend with like, because the Y'shtola and Thancred and Papalymo and Ida, none of those were the original characters of the current team. So you have somebody else's like, you have somebody else's stuff and you're trying to figure out what to do with them. And I think just removing them from the picture, Y'shtola is good. I think removing them from the picture though was very helpful. And so like, and then they took some underused characters like Ryanje and sort of have done a lot with them. And I think that's good. Y'shtola is one of my favorites. Ooh, Alexander. I'll say... Hey, Sprightly, you joke. Sprightly, you joke. But that is a huge theory right now. That there is something amiss with Tataru. No, no, people, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that Tataru is a Garlean spy. They have also been going back through ARR. She is a Lalafell. There have also been, so from what I've come to understand, they have gone through not just ARR, but a lot of Tataru's dialogue is being tweaked throughout the entire series. So it's a little bit different than what it originally was. And they have they've been adjusting it. What are these people doing? I'm very confused. When you told me that, though, I laughed because, like, that's the big theory with Tataru right now. What is going on with these VPS? Just standing in the circle. Stop that. That's not good. What? Christ almighty. I love Garleans. I'm gonna stay on the ground, Black Mage. Had enough. You'd pick Garleans over the shady Uldon merchants? Ha! I knew the thought of Abatorium's treasures would be enough to get your juices flowing. Thanks to all the pruning you did for us, we were able to have a good look around the ruins, and it didn't take us long to find what we were after. Oh, I can't wait to tell Midnight Dew the good news. Speaking of which, would you mind coming with us to Idleshire? Midnight Dew will want to thank you personally, and I dare say even an adventurer like you would be interested in our finds. She's sprightly. That's true. Well, it depends. It's actually kind of interesting because a lot of like the main Garleans that we know, so Varys. Oh, there's Regulus. Is Regulus a true Garlean? Regulus might actually be a true Garlean. He was just born poor. But like we're gonna meet somebody who doesn't care so much about race or if you're Garlean or not. He just wants you to be strong. And then we have Gaius, who was like that as well. We saw that in ARR, where his third in command, I can't remember his name because it's a crazy Rogadan name. He promoted him, and the guy was like, "Are you sure? I'm not even Garlean." And Gaius is like, "I don't give a shit." So some are okay, but there is a lot of heavy racism in Garlemald. Oh yeah, the guy, yeah, Regatagan, I think his name is. That's a big joke fight. Yeah. You've come at last, adventurer. Well, let's give Midnight Dew the good news. I know, kitties are hungry. Now that's the ending I wanted to hear. Let's hope those seeds live up to their reputation. What fruit do you reckon they'll bear, adventurer? Something wrong? You seem surprised. Swanee, didn't you tell our friend here what you were looking for? Cape Westwind. Now that I come to think of it, that little detail might have slipped my mind. You see, the treasure we were looking for was seeds and sprouts that were cultivated especially by the Charlians. Years of research went into breeding them, apparently, and they've produced plants like you wouldn't believe. As of right now, Idleshire's main industry is collecting the junk left behind by the Charlians, but it won't last forever. Which is why it's important we find a new way to make ends meet before we end up nothing left to trade. Acquiring those sprouts and seeds is the first step to accomplishing that goal. If we can find crops that'll flourish in this land's changeable climes, we'll have a new industry that should keep Idleshire going for generations to come. Well, these seeds ain't going to plant themselves, so I'd best be about it. Something tells me growing them will make getting them easy. Well, they couldn't do it without you, Sprightly. You were so strong. It was also... So the reason why they couldn't do that... Because while it didn't come off that way, the Grand... Or the Alliance, so Ulda... Gradania and Limsa did not... Yeah, they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to go back to war because their excuse were we're not strong enough, we're not strong enough, we're not strong enough. So while you were doing all those things, the Grand Companies were fighting and making sure that things... But they had to do it together. Otherwise, reinforcements would have been called in to these strongholds. And then it wouldn't have been possible. It's not completely well explained, and it does seem like you just went to place, but a lot of other things were happening to allow these things to happen. And the Grand Companies were really dragging their feet about pushing out Garlemald forever because they weren't strong enough or didn't want to, and what about their people, and why should I do things for these other alliances, and blah 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 blah. It was only at the threat of extinction from Ultima Weapon did they really it was only with the threat of the Ultima Weapon that they really decided to get their shit together. Yeah, it's exactly that. We needed the help of the grand companies. We all needed to work together as a team. It'll take a few moons, 'tis true, but I look forward to seeing those seeds bear fruit. Make sure you visit us from time to time, adventurer. One day we'll treat you to a feast grown by our own hands. Okay, so the last thing we need to do today is where in the world is my red mage trainer? Because I never know, because he's always somewhere else, and he's never where I've left him. Where is my red mage trainer? Red mage trainer. I feel like it's somewhere in Limsa Lominsa. We're at 54, tackling the Cabal. I would have been wrong. Western Thanalan. Oh, he's right outside. Is he in Vesper Bay? Well, once I get there. Oh, he is by Vesper Bay. Or is he in Horizon? Nope, there he is. I've already forgotten what this fine cat man wants from us. Tracking down cultists, I think, is the name of the game. That's all I can do, right? Everything else is all caught up on. It is 54, 32, 60, 52. It is! Ugh. And I have not been working on Alchemist like I should be. We'll probably still have extra time after this. I can actually make, oh, that's not you. I can get Alchemist leveled up by cheating. And then we'll do that quest too. Zarun awaits word of the merchant's destination. I've asked some friends of mine in the Science of the Seventh Dawn to keep an eye out for that ship. We should know if the assassins seek to enter any of the major ports. Aye. Mylon knows in contact. Aye, this is Zarun. And and they are still there? Excellent, thank you. It seems the assassin's merchantman has been spotting sailing into Aleport. Come, we've no time to lose. Well, my earring is completely broken. Well, for one thing, I can't on this character. Where are we going? Aleport. I wasn't paying attention. I'm so used to being so poor for dark matter in this game. Like, I never have any on my main that I just let things get bad. And since I can't even repair on this character, it's like, whatever. Hello. My apologies for dragging you halfway across the realm, but I did promise you a journey. Now, as for the merchantman, I'm told it's anchored a short distance offshore. Does Moss have some bad inventory skills? We need to know more about the connection between this ship and our foe. They may have simply paid for passage, but there is something about that vessel. I said we wander to port and see what gossip there is to be had. Gossip. Oh my god, I remember when that happened. So you used to not be able to have a stack of more than 99? And so if you were like crafting, it was absolute disaster. You would just have stacks of 99, 99, 99. Nay, me lass, I've not so much to tell ye about that ship. They say she's a trading vessel that what brings goods from Raz at hand, but her crew's a sullen lot. Asking a friendly question about what they was hauling got me naught but blank stares and silence. I too am a nervous navigator. I know. That ship's naught but trouble, ye mark my words. I've mates that swear they've seen her pulling alongside Imperial vessels. Only the gods know what's hiding in that hold of hers. Could be weapons, could be prisoners. Just bleeding sight of her makes my whiskers twitch. I need to get rid of that. Get out of here. Back in my day, a bard's LB could resurrect the team. You had cast bars on Bard. Yeah, bards used to be kind of magey for reasons that I don't quite understand. And like, so you had you had cast timers on Bard, and then their LB could resurrect people? I think 2 people. Yeah. You should never use the LB sprightly. Because you're a scholar, the only time you use it is when it's LB3 and everybody is dead but you. Because it's not very useful as 1 or 2 for a healer. The merchantman just sailed in. I don't know what buggery about it, not even the bleeding name. All I know is her crew's about as lively as a cabin full of corpses. That ain't natural. There's a rumor going around that the Yellow Jackets take an interest in their dealings, so I'd rather keep me distance any road. Aye, I've finished answering your questions. Now off with ye. Oh, hell yeah. Were you able to learn out of interest? Strange crew, mystery cargo, ship's name unknown. Aye, I've heard much the same. Oh? Really? I guess that makes sense back then. I'm beginning to think that our assassins used the vessel as a floating base, with no permanent camp on land. It would certainly be easier to avoid the attention of local forces, not to mention curious adventurers. I also spoke with an acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets, and he confirmed the ship's official status as a trader to and from Razat Han, even if rumors of her dealings with Garland agents in open water are rife. As long as the merchantman appears to trade within the law, however, officials are reluctant to force their way on board and cause an incident. They've yet to uncover enough evidence, it seems. Well, if a solid reason to investigate is lacking, then mayhap we should help find one, eh? Let's have ourselves a look in some of the crates on the docks. Just a little innocent curiosity is all. The crate contains a cerulean tank of imperial design. So how it works is you pay for the main game, and but Heavensward, Stormblood both come in it. You do not have to buy every expansion separate. When you buy the base game, all those things come with it. And then you pay full price, or when it's on sale, then you buy Heavensward, or I'm sorry, Shadowbringers. When Endwalker comes out, Shadowbringers will be in the main thing, and you just have to pay whatever the current price is for Endwalker. So it's not like how WoW was for a really long time, and perhaps still is. It's been a while since I've bought a bunch of expansions in a go for WoW, but man, I remember WoW used to be like, okay, so you've bought the base game, and for a while only Burning Crusade was in it, so you had to buy Wrath of the Lich King individually. You had to buy pandas individually. I know a lot of it is still in there, but I think you still have to buy Battle for Azeroth, Legion Battle for Azeroth, and whatever Shadowlands separately. It's not like that with with Final Fantasy. You just gotta buy 2 things. Yeah, man. How did your investigations fare? I found a veritable bounty of military supplies, cerulean tanks, imperial rations, imperial insignias on everything. The authorities will be most interested to hear this, I'll wager. What's that you have there? Well, dropped by one of the ship's crew members, you say? And I just so happen to have a most conveniently locked box. Yeah, they were just on sale for the Steam Summer Sale, and they might not be... I don't know when they'll go on sale again, but they go on sale fairly frequently. I shall go and relay our findings to the Yellow Jackets. I'm sure you'll think of some use for that key of yours. You hear a faint groan coming from inside the box. Hell yeah. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, I believe. That's a good idea, honestly. Where am I? Was I sleeping in a box? What an odd thing for me to do. Does a girl have a name? Aria. Yes, that's it. That's my name. Or is it? It's a lovely name. Do you think so? Then I suppose it will do for now. And what does a girl call you? Akali. I'll try to remember that. Thank you for letting me out. What happened here? Is all amiss? I found a child. Yes, this is a huge Game of Thrones reference. Her name is Arya, and we said the famous line to her. Does a girl have a name? This lass was inside the box? I might suspect a stowaway, but it was more than likely she was kidnapped. The people who took you may be lurking nearby. We should probably put some distance. Come now, you needn't fear me so. Akali, please say something reassuring, would you? This quest came out 4 years ago, though. I'm pretty sure that's when, no. Is it 4? Yeah, it was 4-ish. 4-ish years ago. He's as gentle as a kitten. He is? If you say so, Akali, then I suppose it must be true. Well, you seem to have made a new friend. Let's see about arranging some lodgings for now, and we can discuss where to go from here. We found a child. He is a meme. Oh, they're probably in one of these in rooms. There you are. Oh, she's having a sleep. The poor girl was asleep within moments. The entire ordeal must have left her exhausted. As for the results of our efforts with the cargo, I suggest we continue this conversation outside. Oh, where more people can hear us? Hell yeah. I presented our findings to the Yellow Jackets, and the evidence was indeed sufficiently damning to spark a full-scale investigation. Rightfully, it appears the assassins caught wind of the coming storm. A squad of soldiers was dispatched to the docks, only to witness the merchantmen sailing away with all their hands on board. Not quite the outcome we'd hoped for, but at the very least, they'll no longer find a warm welcome in Eorzea ports. The other issue we face now is what to do with young Arya. Her breath carries a faint aroma that may account for her memory loss. I suspect she was subjected to a certain incense, which, when inhaled, can cloud a person's mind. The next step will likely to brand her with one of those vile sigils and affect her permanent destruction of her free will. It was fortunate that you released her when you did. Arya remains muddled, but her condition should improve with time. And once her memories have returned, we can learn exactly who she is, and, just as importantly perhaps, the circumstances which led to her capture. Okay, so, couple more quick, well, technically one quick thing, but we're gonna cheat super hard to do it. Well, not cheat, exactly. I do need to go here. We're just not gonna work super hard for it. That's all I know crafting on stream. It's very exciting to bear witness to. We need... Oh, I think I destroyed mine. No. I need... Okay, I'm just gonna buy this book. And it's going to be expensive, but such is life. And then we're gonna buy the ingredients for the quest. And it'll be fine. Yeah, I do. Do all the duty of hands and all the duty of lands. I actually did it all before the restoration happened. And people were making millions and millions of experience, where I was doing levies all day to get those to 80. And I was just like, oh, fantastic. And then, there's people that I know that are like, I don't want to craft. It's too hard. And I'm like, it's never been easier. You can make millions by doing so little. Millions of XPs. Yeah, I had everything. I had all the fates done in Shadowbringers within a month. Oh, less than that. Because I was doing them like crazy. I had a really, really, really bad case of insomnia when Shadowbringers dropped, so I spent so much time just playing this game, so I did all the fates to get all the rewards as quickly as possible, and then I had everything to 80 by 2 months in, I think. Yeah, I definitely have. I just couldn't sleep. I was awake all the time, so I was like, guess I'll just keep playing Final Fantasy. Wait, what? There's no... You're gonna make me make this book? Oh my god. Fine, I'll make the book. Then I need... There's... And then it's 2 ingots and 1 ingot. Well, I did a lot of raiding, and before I was even on the raid team for the first tier, I was making all the pots and stuff for everyone because I was the highest leveled crafter, most geared crafter to do it, so I just did it. And then once I started raiding, then I was doing it for myself. But man, stuff was hard to make this tier, oh no, gosh, stuff was insanely hard to make if you weren't pentamelded and whatnot. And I was, and it was still hard to make. And then when the crafting PvP happened, I placed, oh, I think I got bumped down at the very end, but I placed 6, so I have the special title on my main too, for alchemy. Kafka. Alright. Yeah, it was an insane few days of crafting. And it was really hard the first time it happened. Because they did 3 different PvP competitions. It was really hard the first time, and like, I spent, I think it was like 11 million gil on materials, because if you wanted to craft, you couldn't also go out and get your own materials. So you couldn't do both. So I just had to buy them. And that was the only way to stay in the top 12. And then when I tried to do it, I'm not an alchemist right now. And when I tried to do it for the other ones, it was just people had sort of like caught on. So the big FCs were funneling materials to their friends, and I just didn't have enough materials to compete with that. So I got bumped from 4th to 13th in a single day. And I was like, I don't have 11 million to pump into this again. So I already had the title, so it wasn't a big deal. I just sort of let it go. And I don't think I tried at all for the last one. I was too tired. Just too exhausted. We need to do this. Crafting is hard. Oh, it depends on the kind of crafting you do. Those expert recipes are no joke. I might not be able to finish this. There we go. Yeah! Yeah, so no more belts, which is good. And more ring slots. Very good. And we just need the more weapon slots with 2 new classes. I love the guitar in Final Fantasy XIV now. Yeah, me too. I've been working on relic weapons. I have 3 of them done for Shadowbringers, but like, you have to have a spare weapon to swap out, so because it's weird like that, it won't let you turn in the relic weapon if you're equipped with the relic weapon. So you have to have a spare weapon to put on, to hand over your relic weapon so they can give you the new one. It's so obnoxious. But it's like, I don't have slots for every class to have 2 damn weapons. So I'm like, I've got some in my Chocobo saddlebag, I have weapons in my main bag. It's just, I've got the current, like, got the good weapons that I got from the trial, the most recent trial EX, so I have, it's just like, I talked to the guy, they're like, you can't turn in your weapon yet, and I have to dig through my bags and find my spare, stupid spare saw or whatever. Okay, here, take this book. Thank you. Done did it. Okay. Now we gotta go talk to our good friend Severin in Ulda. The relic weapons are pretty though. Though some are really pretty, they're just really unique to look at with their lighting effects. Which is a huge step up from the Eureka. Oh, she's on this one too, Midgar Stormer. Actually, Where's my free company? Where is she? Yeah, so this is my main. Yeah. I sure. 80s across the board. Flip that one. I know. I love that, man. God, that's been my status forever. Guildmaster Severin appears to have isolated the missing element in his work. Is that you, my loyal assistant? I've done it. I've isolated the flaw. My understanding of the process was incomplete. Simply reviving Winalja's corporal form was insufficient. In order to call her spirit and bind it to her body, I need to anchor of sorts, some manner of memento that she would recognize. But I have no such physical memories, no material object that she might have treasured. That is why I would have you visit her sister, Wabola, and ask if she might spare me a keepsake. Meanwhile, I will start on the A moment of a dizziness, nothing more. If I must, I shall work in my sleep. It would not be the first time, but if all goes to plan, such extremes should not be necessary. Please don't die, Severin. You're my favorite. Where is the sister? Is she still in Pearl Lane? Oh yes, she is. That would be Sapphire. I would exchange. I'm sure people love hearing WoW was the first MMO. Severa needs something of Wanaja's? Something she treasured? He yet persists in this madness of his. I do not, as Severin believes, seek to forget my dear sister. There are still nights when I lie awake, wishing I had the power to change the past. Wanaja and I were once insatiable wanderers, you see. We traveled the world, practicing the arts of conjury. It was in Ulda, however, where we found a home, and where Wanaja found Severin. Though the son of a wealthy noble house, he spoke constantly of mastering the secrets of alchemy. My sister thought his childlike passion endearing, and he was smitten by her gentle attentions. I wished them naught but happiness. Yet, as was true for many Eorzean, the night of the calamity brought a brutal end to their joy. I had volunteered to join the allied forces, and perhaps feeling a twinge of our old wanderlust, Wanaja chose to join me. It became her last adventure. I have nothing left to remember her by, and even if I did, I would not give it to you. But to forestall Severin's inevitable insistence, I will at least provide you with a direction for your futile quest. You may try speaking with the adventurers in the quicksand, or merchants at the Ruby Road Exchange. My sister had her fair share of admirers. Perhaps one of them will hold the key you seek. Did I know Wanaja? My, it's been some time since I last heard that name. Wanaja and Webula, the famous conjurer's sisters. I thought myself quite the fortunate fellow indeed to have run across them in my travels. I heard the elder did not survive the calamity. I should have liked to see her wield that wand of hers one more time. Such grace, such beauty. Wanaja? Oh yes, I knew her. I always envied her her effortless talents. If I had tried to actually use the wand of which she was so fond, I would have likely fainted from the exertion. She did let me hold onto it once, though. The exact name of the weapon escapes me, but I could tell it was enhanced with quick-tongue materia. It was a grand 3 stones, if it matters. They're gonna make me put materia in. Huh? Oh, the elder of the Conjurer Sisters. Spoke with her once or twice, I did. I was interested in that wand she carried, budding rosewood if I recall, and not the standard model neither. Seems she had it specially made. She cut a stunning figure in that robe of hers too. I meant to ask her about it the next time we met, but I never got the chance. Such a shame. Okay. Quick tongue. There are so many people dancing here all of the time. Okay. We're not actually gonna make it. Which is the first time. For the first time, we're not actually gonna spend time doing this. Pudding. Woof-a-doof. It's so expensive. Has this got the quick tongue materia in it? It does. That's okay. Yes, yes, yes. And then I need quick 1, 3. Oh, so expensive. I will sell these individually for a pretty penny, but first things first. Meld it. Oh, they cap your gil in free trial? What do they cap it at? You can put some in a retainer. Can you have... Oh, you can't have retainers. 300k? Yeah, then you might as well. 300k is not a lot. It's not like you can buy anything with it because you don't have access to the market board. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why a lot of the free... Like, that's why you can't do the market board. Yeah, that's why you can't use the market board or trade with anyone to prevent that from happening. Exactly. So we already have a bad case of gold farming bots and whatnot. I think if I open up Party Finder... Sorry, Severian. I think if I open up Party Finder, it's going to be all bots, yeah. This is gold farm. Yeah. Cheap and fast, instant. It's all gold farmers. Have you acquired a suitable memento to act as Wanaja's anchor? I am sure her sister would know if any such object existed. This is Wanaja's rosewood wand. I would recognize it anywhere. Huh? You say you crafted this weapon? Yes, me. My wonderful assistant, you are truly full of surprises. Though my love may... Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah! Look at those salads go! Someone is so hungry for salads! They just keep buying them. Oh, yeah. That was almost like 3k gold right there. My wonderful assistant, you are truly full of surprises. Though my love may have held this particular wand, it is similar enough to the original to serve our purpose. Yes, I could spend the remainder of the day explaining to you the underlying principle of ethereal anchors, but let us carry on with the alchemy, shall we? Now that we have all the necessary materials, I will once again begin the painstaking process. Stay with me this time, my patient apprentice. You deserve to see the fruits of our labor firsthand. The components are in place. We should see a result within moments. It will not be the result you desire. Wabula. Return to me my sister's remains. You have had your chance, Severin. The process was a success. Everything went perfectly. Even now, Wingela struggles free from death's covetous grasp. Why do you persist in deluding yourself? The gift of life is not within alchemy's power to give. That miracle belongs only to the gods. I will not forsake Winolja's memory as you have. The limitless potential of alchemy is beyond your understanding. Ugh, you foolish, stubborn man. Stop. Stop fighting, the both of you. Winolja, is that truly you? Severin, you look awful. Have you been up all night again? Some new subject of research? Winolja, I was working on something important. Terribly important. But I'm done with that now. I must tell you how sorry I am. When I think back on the days we spent together, I remember naught but your quiet smile as you listened to me blather on and on about my work. It was ever the same scene, repeated over and over. There was so much more I could have done for you, so many ways I could have made you happy. Please forgive me. My dear Severin, the passion is what I loved most about you. She's gone. No, she will never be gone. Not while I am here to remember her. Do you mind if Webula has the wand? Though a poor substitute for her sister's body, it has been touched by Winolja's spirit. As for myself, my regrets have been laid to rest. I may even sleep in a bed this night. She did. It is strange, though it has been scant moments since I stood at the very peak of my discipline. I am filled with an inexplicable ambition. I stand free to devote myself to new alchemical pursuits. I might even consider shouldering a portion of the guild's commissions. Without your help, I don't know that I would have survived my obsession. You were, without a doubt, the finest assistant any alchemist could have. I thank you. Now that you have conquered this mountain with me, what will be your next endeavor? The realm of alchemy has no bounds. The possibilities are endless. I want those boots. Thank you. Put those bad boys on. Excellent. I look slightly less stupid. There is a devilish glint in the Guildmaster Severin's eyes. My favorite assistant, I have just the task for you. One of your alchemical prowess may scoff upon hearing it, but reserve your judgment. Only you, who has touched the pinnacle of our art, can accomplish it. I must ask you to deliver a report to a friend. Dredrick can help you with the minuet, the who, the what, and so on. Now go. We are not actually going to do this because I am not good enough at alchemy to do it. So he has foisted it upon you, I see. Here is the certificate of appraisement for Wiltwick. Did the Guildmaster not... Why do I ask? Well, Wiltwick is a member of the Adventurers Guild and responsible for keeping the peace in Reverence Toll. He recently asked Master Severin to analyze evidence left behind at some crime scene. I just handed you the results. I think the Guildmaster gave you the task because he could not be excuse me, because he trusts your skill as an alchemist. It's okay. It's okay. You can tell me the truth. can't talk just now, miss. I'm waiting for a letter from the Alchemist Guild. Damn thing should have shipped in here by now. Bam. You're Severan's assistant? How do you do, friend? I'm Wiltwick, and this is my companion, Shanae. Shanae. It's fine. Now, what does your guildmaster... Aha! As I suspected! Alchemy. Yeah? It's a queer business, this string of disappearances, but there's some crew on the loose, I tell you. That's all we can say. They've stolen from sealed coffers and snatched men from locked rooms, but how? Why? We don't have a clue. What do they do with their victims? Though perhaps Severin has given us one. He identified our evidence as a chemical catalyst. Whoever are villains, they're using your arts, friend. So it's a bloody good thing you're here to help. You're just the messenger, aren't you? Will he be coming later then? The consultant we asked for? No. There's a note from Severin. The woman I've sent is the guild's finest. She has earned my trust and admiration as an assistant, and I have no doubt she will be of utmost help to you. Goodness me! A compliment from Master Severin is a compliment indeed! Yes, we are happy to have you as our consulting alchemist. The case is just begun, and we will have need of your intellect soon. The game, Akali, is very much afoot. If Severin had just asked me, I would have done it. But he lied, and he tricked. Scoundrel. Oh god. Oh no, that's the last dragon I'm missing on my main. I can't get it until it's buyable, because I don't want to do that fight anymore. I know, it's so sad. Okay, so we are gonna head back to Foundation. I know, I'm getting flexed. I'm gonna put my dancer clothes on, and we are gonna go to our main story spot. Where am I dancing? Where is dancer? There it is. And then we will start patch 3.3 tomorrow, and Q should be here. It'll be a good time. There we go. So, thank you so much for being here. We got a whole bunch of stuff done side quest wise and little backstories towards things and fun little happenings. But the Zeus horse mount. What are you talking about, Sprightly? Are you talking about the electric horse? Oh no, not yet. I need to go. I need to spend a day. I have to teach people that fight, so I have to gather up enough people to have that conversation, to do it. And we're working on dragons right now. I'm helping Yax FC get all the dragons and stuff. And once we are sort of squared away with that, we will work on the horse one. Thank you. Oh no, I do a Word doc full of like color-coded things that happen. I have the entire Alexander raids Word documented with colors and graphs. I'm very thorough. If I was better at this game, I think I would be a decent raid lead. As it is, my brain can only process so much information at a time, and callouts are very hard. But yes, story tomorrow for sure, and Q will be here. And even if she isn't here, she is lost in the wilderness somewhere. We must carry on. But thank you so much for being here. More Final Fantasy, 5 p.m. EST tomorrow, and then Monday I'm off, and the schedule continues as it always does on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Otherwise, I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I will see you soon. Goodbye!